Hey, it's Dan D from Doologies. I'm kind of jonesing to get out and talk to you today. I was having a flashback to once I asked my father how retirement was going, and he says, retirement? I'm more busier now than it was when I was working. Well, I can tell you, I at that point, I couldn't relate to that. How can you be? Wow. Since I have been working for myself, I know you can't compare that to retirement, but working for myself, I am more busier than a one-armed paper hanger. It's incredible on how busy it is. Here, let me show you real quick a couple of things that I'm working on. I'll give you a screenshot of I'm working on setting up the Ableton Lite and checking out some important videos that are breaking, as a matter of fact. But anywho, I wanted to talk to you about nutrition. Now, I'm not, well, I was going to say not a doctor, but if theology works, yes. But in holistic medicine, I just broke my fast, and it's just looking how time flies so quickly. I've been on for 1:20 and haven't said shit. So it's already 2:52 in the afternoon, and I just broke fast. But it's very important to get yourself some water to wash things down. But I'm having some hot water heated up right now, and I typically drink hot water throughout the day. My traditional Chinese medicine doctor, a dear friend of mine, Dr. Charlene, has shared with me the importance of hot water, such as Americans or Brits drink tea. But the hot water breaks up the soluble fats in your digestive system, in your intestines, and helps move them through the system. Shitty conversation, I know. But you don't want to have the linings of your intestine clogged with waste, and your digestive doesn't work at that point. But nutrition today is very, in my opinion, this is, as a disclaimer, this is not a scientific, well, actually it is. It is my belief system through the years that I've studied that the foods that we buy doesn't necessarily provide the nutrients that we need. But you have to know who, and if you do meat, you have to know who your butcher is. In gardening, you have to know who your gardener is. And what I mean by this is that the food that they feed the animals, the fertilizer for the plants, is very important. What goes into the ground goes into your stomach when you consume it. That's why it's important to know your gardener, it's important to know your butcher, your fisherman, or whatever the case may be, to know where your product comes from. But we're ending in the season of Shemitah, and I'll get back to the point in a second. And the Shemitah, so you understand, is a season of rest. So in the biblical times, there's a 7-year period according to scripture, ancient scripture. And on the 7th year, you allow your field to rest. So that's why farmers typically should or do rotate their fields where they plant at. So on the 7th year, they let it rest. They let the wildlife, the wildflowers, the grass all grow for a year, and then they come in and plow it under for the next growing season. And what this does is replenish the soils with nutrients through production in America, in the West. Who has time for that? High cost. You can't let your land sit there or you lose money, so they don't do it. They process it. Now, there are farmers out there that do abide by this law. That's why it's so important to know your farmers, to know how they grow their product, the food, the supplements, and they put back into the ground. That's why it's very important for you to control your consumption. Now, you can't have cattle in the city or chicken or roosters or whatever the case may be and control the feed. But you can put a citrus tree in the backyard. You can grow plants in a pot outside the window. You can get some natural herbs and spices that are good medicinal medicines that is good for your body. This is why I find it's very important to take nutrients, but you have to be also very careful with that to make sure there's no additives and preservatives and sawdust as fillers. But I take vitamins 3 times a day. I have a morning cap, which includes my turmeric, the neem, and a liver support, as well as my multivitamins, my omega-3s. You have to consult your natural medicinal physician for what's good for your body. And at dinner time, I include some probiotics, as well as a variation of other vitamins and minerals, omega-3s, some kelp for the iodine aspect. And at bedtime, I include magnesium and potassium, which does a body good in the rebuilding the body as you work out. As you work out, your body rebuilds itself at night while you rest, and rest is very important. And we can go on and on and on, but you just got to stay tuned. Who knows where I'm going? So you have a nightcap, which includes my D3s, my zinc, my magnesium and potassium, and a few other little ingredients inside of my nightcap. And sleep is very important. Inconsistency in sleep does not do a body good. You need consistency. You have to know who your God is. Your temple is very important. It serves a higher power and a higher purpose. Now, if you want to stay up and watch TV till all hours at 11 or 12 o'clock and fall asleep on the couch or whatever the case may be, distractions over there, you got to stay with me. Who knows where I'm going to go? So there has to be a consistency and pattern. This is all part of the health system. As we move forward into uncertain times, we must prepare ourselves. And that's why it's very important for you to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, especially in the core aspects of life with body, mind, and spirit. So I'm going to call upon you, if you're still watching this, I'm going to give you a nugget right now to click on the link below, or go to Doologies.com and go to Community Central and check that out. It is a community of like-minded individuals that are into body, mind, and spirit development. There's a 120-day challenge. I've partnered with Coach JV, and you can click right through the link that I provide in my Community Central. That could take you right in. And if you act now, use your Visa or MasterCard, you can get a huge discount, a huge saving that could help you step up to the next level that you have been so looking forward to, whether it's spiritual, whether it's with your body development, whether it is your mindset. Do it with the people with the same intentions, with the same purpose, to be driven as one. So check the link in the bio, check the link in the description, check the link in the bio. I hope to see you on the inside. Join us at Do Community Central. Keep looking up from within. It's all good. Hey, I'm Dan D from Doologies, where your journey begins. We appreciate you, and thank you for checking out Doologies. Do a favor. Click on the subscribe button and share. Remember, freely we receive and freely we share. Help circulate.